Just when you think you're getting over, time and circumstance will call your bluff and leave you out there on the edge of the world, feeling the zen. Sound of one hand clapping, no way out, and what then? Rich man got it easy, and a poor man's got to be tough. To fight for love and glory never seemed to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The days come down to a pile of stories scattered on the ground. When you're dancing on the high wire, you don't dare to look down. Running around on the spinning wheel with your cards close to your chest, sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The rich man's got it easy, and the poor man's got to be tough. The fight for love and glory never seems to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Start sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Sorting out what fades away, from things that stand the test. World is gonna take its toll on you and all of your stuff. Just when you think you're getting over, time and circumstance will call your bluff and leave you out there on the edge of the world, feeling the zen. Sound of one hand clapping, no way out, and what then? Rich man got it easy, and a poor man's got to be tough. To fight for love and glory seem to be enough. The good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The days come down to a pile of stories scattered on the ground. When you're dancing on the high wire, you don't dare to look down. Running around on the spinning wheel with your cards close to your chest, sorting out what fades away, things that stand the test. Time, oh time, flow on like a river. Carry me just like a leaf to the sea. Oh, deliver me. The rich man's got it easy. The poor man's got to be tough. The fight for love and glory never seems to be enough. Good things fade too easy. The shadows never rest. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Start sorting out what fades away. Things that stand the test. Sorting out what fades away, from things that stand the test. The world is gonna take its toll on you.
Hey guys, sorry for running late, and thanks so much, Turin the Mad, for granting me my first biddies. I appreciate that more than you can imagine, especially on a night like tonight when pretty much everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for my first live stream as an affiliate. But so can I get confirmation from the chat that you guys are able to hear my voiceover commentary? The move is going good, TJ. Yeah, don't worry about it, Turin. You certainly don't. That's totally unnecessary. I do appreciate it, though. Okay, cool. And then if you guys can let me know if you can hear in-game audio, too, that would be great. Yeah, so we're running late tonight because I am moving, and I am. as you guys probably know, you get pretty worn out moving. I was exhausted. I sat down on the couch. I was out, completely and entirely out. Um, so I woke up in a panic at 10 p.m. my time.
The currents of the void.
So this is Age of Wonders Planetfall, which is the fourth game in the series. By Tribe Studios. They were originally called something else. I can't remember. The studio's been around since 1997. This is a turn-based strategy game. It's a 4X game. I can't remember off the top of my head what 4X stands for. Explore, expand, exploit, and something else. But a 4X game is kind of like your Civilization games, Planets of Orion, other games like that. So it's a big space opera kind of thing where you manage an entire civilization. So this is the first game that we're going to play in the charity live stream series, the By Felicia to Pediatric Cancer live stream series that I'm going to be running. Campaign that we'll be running from now until the beginning of December. Thanks so much, CJ. I appreciate you appreciating what we're getting started here. So I'm struggling here because there was supposed to be a tutorial available, and I really hope that I haven't blown the opportunity to play the tutorial. And there's no way to back out, it looks like. Nor do I see a way to get into any option. So we might just be completely begoozled. And all right, Terry the Man, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you dropping by. And if you gotta take a minute to take care of something, by all means. So we're at continue, new scenario, new campaign, load game, online multiplayer. So this is a new game. I've played it once before. It looks like we are not able to go back to the tutorial. So we'll just pick up from the scenario that we had started the other night. I hate Black Ops 4 because I get wrecked. Yeah, those games are highly competitive, man, and it's rough when everybody's trying to get at you. All those thirsty players. So if you've never played Age of Wonders before, this is the campaign map. And what you do is you make a series of turn-based moves here, and then you get zoomed in and engage in combat. So Mr. Light Knight says, got to play more once Modern Warfare drops. Level 30, LOL. I used to be so good. Yeah, man, I feel you. I've never personally gotten into like the competitiveness of those games, but I was there when they started kicking in those progression models and stuff with Modern Warfare, and I do appreciate that gameplay. I kind of like the game designs where as long as you play, you're always kind of getting something and improving. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played Black Ops. But it's so hard now with everybody getting on there trying to be so good and playing like all the time. So this is my main unit. I have one other unit up here to the north, I think. So one of the reasons I wanted to play the tutorial is because I could not figure out how to split my units. I did figure out where the production queue is, though. So this is what I'm currently researching, molecular computing. You can see the clock running there. And then this is and then this is my societal research. So I guess you have two different forms of research here. Known races assembly. So these guys, this race is kind of like the Borg. And you can read their history here. And then operations. which I have not entirely figured out. I think these are supposed to be kind of like your grand strategy.
The Objectives interface gives an overview of available objectives. Quests can come from NPC factions or from special sources during the campaign.
So I guess if you've ever played like the Total War series,
The active victory condition.
the way that works, like the council, whatever the equivalent of the council is, will give you
Each condition.
different quests and things. So I guess this is the equivalent of that for Age of Wonders.
In addition to regular quests, the game features Empire tasks. These are divided into 3 categories, each representing an important pillar of your
So yeah, I guess it would be these Empire tasks that are that equivalent. And I've discovered, I don't think I've discovered any other civilizations yet. It's just rough when you're onboarding with a game like this. It's so highly detailed. So I have 1 colony. Here's my military overview. Okay, so here's my other units. I have 1 hero. I guess these are all the different weapons and whatnot that the groups have. So I've engaged in 1 skirmish so far. I guess this is the 1 enemy unit that I've discovered. No, this is my NPC army of Marauder Guard. Okay, so these look to be kind of roving bands of thugs right now. So, Mr. Light, what you're talking about being concerned about your level in Call of Duty, but now you and I have not been playing Call of Duty, right? Most recently, we were playing the Division 2. And I think when we left off, maybe you had caught up to me. Are you like level 15 in that game now, in the Division 2? And I thought you were also playing a lot of Rogue, I always want to say Rogue Spear. I thought you also have been playing a lot of Rainbow Six. Now, I don't know what's going to happen with this unit, because this unit isn't particularly powerful. I guess it's kind of a scout. So I guess what I need to keep doing is scouting as far to the north as I can. And I forget that it's a right-click dialogue to get them to move. You're level 10 in the Division 2. Okay. So how are you feeling about that game? Are you thinking you're going to put some more time into it, or is that not quite your cup of tea?
Events listed in the right side of the screen are significant developments that happen during the course of a game.
Production ready.
Production's ready, but I'm like, where... Or did I just queue up another scavenger? Is it really what I intend to do? I'm really just trying to find where the unit is that I've already produced. Now, I know you have your order of battle thing here. Not quite grabbing where they are. Armies, okay. This is my main dude. So I guess one thing I can do is, I've got these roving bands of pirates, marauders. That thing's at 3 units, I've got 5. Out of move points. Okay, because I had previously moved him already this round. Hey, TJ, how's my audio mix balance? Are you guys able to hear the in-game audio okay? Okay, so I have her, the scavenger unit, expanding to the east. I guess they've already used their moves as well. Okay, all right, very cool. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. The other night when I did the first boot episode of this, my mic was up a little too loud. It was kind of blowing some of the in-game audio out. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and end that turn.
You have just annexed a sector, and it can now be exploited for one of the
Very cool. As I said earlier, I overrode my first overlays with the new ones.
Not just the terrain and climate features of the sector.
Yeah, that's always such a chore, and I haven't found a really good system. I mean, pretty much when I redo overlays, it's just a known destructive process. I know that I'm going to overwrite the old ones, which is fine. For me, it means I always have to sit down and do them all in one sitting. So my in-game overlay, my waiting to start overlay, and my BRB overlay. Because obviously I don't want to have like mismatched overlays. Huh. We are the growth. It's kind of gross. I overrode the new one. Yeah, and I don't know what software you use for yours. I use player.me. You can organize them like into libraries and stuff, but it's such a pain, especially when I rotate to like different PCs. So, because often what I'll do is I'll create like a new subset of overlays on one PC, but then I won't realize that they're in a different set when I go to another PC, and then I'll overwrite them. It's a whole thing. Since your tons will be interested in symbiotic relationship, we are still cautious, however. Terms of plants, living symbiosis with supporting life forms, such as the growth is their psychoactive nectar that allows them control. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should. In general, I'm not down with symbiotic relationships. That feels a little too clingy to me. I just don't know if I should take these guys at their word or not. And that seems very aggro, the negative response. Let's see those flowers wither. I also don't necessarily want to entirely kick them to the curb. But I think I'm going to bounce. I don't think I'm going to universal shape center. So these are potential allies. Man, there's some barbarians here to the north. I know this was one major structure here to the west of my territory. I guess what I'm a little concerned about is if I don't agree Oh, okay. It's a good thing I read the tutorial, because it's apparently, I'm going to join with them or declare war on them. I don't want to declare war on them. Alright, fine. Declare war on the best way will reduce your reputation. Send invasion forces to attack your colonies for the duration of the war. Yeah, let's not do that. Rewards have been made ready.
This is an army belonging to
So I think the presentation of that was a little,
sentient beings.
I don't know, not quite misleading, but
NPC factions can be interacted with and will provide quests and issue demands.
okay, so I think I made a good move. Pod smugglers. Criminals are stealing our essence. So we just have to destroy 4 units within 10 turns. Okay, so I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with the structure of this game. Again, that quest structure is very similar to the Total War series, which I'm very comfortable and familiar with. So TJ, what are you using for your overlay system? That you're talking about you're redoing. I gotta kill 10 pod smugglers. I think these are these guys too here. So I'm gonna grab my boy. Army power is 581. So we're gonna get into our first round of combat on stream here. We'll go to manual combat. Stream labs. Gotcha. So it looks like he's got 3 units here. Oh, what the cluck. And again, one of my problems is I don't understand all my powers that the different units have. So I've got 5 units here. I'm going to flank this guy far out to the left. And he does not have a ranged attack on anybody yet. These are my scavengers. None of these units from the first encounter feels like they are like tanks or like a super powerful offensive unit. So I'm a little wary. But it's 3 on 5, so let me send them here. Let's try and create as many 2-on-1 situations as I possibly can. Not super crazy about it. So the movement cost and the action cost are commingled, which is a slightly unusual thing for me. I'm going to try and see if I hold up at this point 1 short. If that, nope, it does not enable, it doesn't give me. Great. So because I split my movement into two steps, that gave them an opportunity to fire an engagement. So I think if I stop short here on the blue, then maybe defense mode. Blinding snapshot. Alright, so barely got skin on him. I have no attack there. So I guess there's a point where out of range. Let's go ahead and flip them to defensive mode. That keeps going to him, but I don't think he has any remaining. Yeah, let's end the turn. So it always feels like when I have the initiative that it just allows me to close in close enough to then give them the ability to make the second move and get into attack range. As is the case here. Ooh. They've almost destroyed that scavenger unit. So this is my hero unit. I probably don't want to chuck a grenade. Cannot tell if he destroyed that unit. Nope, he left 1 standing. So now we'll move here, which gives us a good pincer move on these guys.
Enemy annihilated.
Nicely done. Alright, do I have... It doesn't look like I have a sniper shot on anybody. Why don't I have a sniper? Why do I not have a sniper sight right on this guy? And maybe that's a matter of they're too close. So let me try and reposition here. Yeah, the camera rotate mechanic doesn't feel like quite what it needs to be here. So I still don't understand why she cannot roll off of Vorpal Shot. Not enough action points. So do the blinding snapshot again, I guess. Doesn't feel like it's particularly effective. Scavengers to Shoddy. So what I need to do, since the southern unit is kind of hurting. We haven't attacked this unit at all. So I'm going to bring him in close. That movement fired on the left flank didn't really help me, but it looks like I've got some of them within attack range now, and his ability to elevate kind of changes some of the dynamic on the battlefield, so that's good. End the turn. Really? One unit destroyed.
Unit offline.
Great. So TJ, are you going to get all your overlays done tonight, or are you going to split the work up, get some done tonight, and then, I mean, about how long does it take you? I know I generally update my overlays at the beginning of the month, and it can take probably about an hour by the time I reconfigure like all the different alerts and change all the audio over, because overlays, I don't know exactly how you're doing it. For me, overlays it's the visual, it's all the audio for all the alerts and special effects, and then for where I have intro and outro music, it's pulling in new audio files and stuff for that. Okay, I guess the thing is with the Vorpal Shot, I got to stand completely still. So that's a single takedown of a unit there. We'll move Azerstag here, and that does let him pop a grenade. Now the Inspector should have a clean shot. Ooh. He needs to hit that. Not particularly combat effective. It's only a 22% shot, though. That little lane provides some cover, and then we can do an attack. Oh, nice.
Eliminated.
Whoa, one shot! Alright. So he's down to the one unit, and everybody's moved. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. He can commit a Vorpal Shot. Is that a level up? And that ends the skirmish.
The assembly march on.
But we lost a unit. Moved us on 98R, Central Biofarm. To build skirmish units in this colony, so we can build assembly electrocutioner. Well, that definitely sounds positive. So let's build the military barracks. And now we have an unexploited sector. Pod smugglers. Alright, so 2 turns left to research molecular computing, 2 turns left to research area surveillance. He's got 1 scavenger unit here. A little bit of what I'm struggling with is the build queue. Oh, no. Okay, so these are the units I'm able to build. 1 scavenger is in progress. What I definitely need to do is I definitely need to replenish my army. Celestial artifact. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have him hold position there. I'm going to bring this scavenger unit down to rendezvous and form up with them and merge those armies. This inspector unit I'm essentially using as a scout unit. So I'm going to blow past these guys. Now what I'm primarily concerned about is managing my build queue. So then I can replenish those armies and keep them going. So these are the quests that I have in progress. Okay. So here's where I can manage my build queue, I think. Right, and we've got a scavenger unit in progress. So I think I'm just going to have to grind through a few more turns, waiting for that scavenger unit to be produced, and then queue up some additional units. I guess what I can do is I can go ahead and auto queue them. Okay, and there's where they can produce structures. Okay. Whew, like I said, it's a lot to absorb in this game right out of the gate. So I could build... Generally what I try and do in a 4X game is I try and have one primary strategic focus in the opening move. So either building up an army as fast as I can, or working on city improvements to make them as advanced as possible. What I also haven't figured out necessarily here is what kind of unit I need to create to establish new cities. So we're going to focus on army unit production right now because I've lost a couple units from my main army. If I'm going to form a 2nd Army Division, that needs to have an inspector. Probably 2 scavenger units for a total of 3, and then we'll build this new unit. And that seems to be the maximum amount I can have in my queue. Now this manage... Okay, I guess this is where... you can manage their order of priority. But we're not going to do that. Now, the only thing that I didn't like is I thought we had already produced a scavenger unit. Nope. Diplomacy. Okay, and these are my 3 armies. Okay, I think I'm good. I can end my turn there. Unfinished to-do events available. Where is this unexploited sector or orders required? Yeah, but I thought he was out of moves already. Oh, I guess I still have some moves left. So right now, that's just kind of one of my scouting units, and I'm just trying to have him sally as far to the north as possible to discover as much of the territory as possible. Now for him, I am going to have him skip. Well, I guess I could, rather than have them rendezvous, I could go ahead and merge. Okay, there we go. So now he's out of move, so that's good. Alright, and now we will go ahead and end the turn. Alright, so let's handle maneuvering units first. And I always kind of look at my scouts as sacrificial units. I don't really...
Hazards linger as a reminder of weapons of mass destruction that were deployed in the past. They have a sector-wide effect on any armies in their sector, both on the world map and in tactical combat in that sector.
Is that... Ooh, teleport station.
Visit sites are remnants of the star unit.
Very cool.
Give a visiting army a boost. This can either be an instant effect or an effect that lasts until the end of the unit's next combat.
Sorry, you know, so functional, use it to find where it leads. Show destined. Great Scott. I get it, so can I use it? Owned by you. So that's interesting. I guess maybe is the issue that I have to... This map is huge. Do I have to have traveled there already to be able to use it? Alright, well he's out of moves already anyway, so we'll hold off on that and try to figure that out next turn. Okay, so now I have maneuvering units. So what I gotta focus on is I gotta find these pod things. I've got one unit clearly here to the north. There were supposed to be 4 that I was supposed to get. That might be all 4 of the units that I have to destroy for that quest, though. So let's just go ahead and get moving. He is at level... No, that's 5 units, okay. So I could go over the rougher terrain and surprise him more quickly, or I could take the long way around. I think I'm going to go over the rougher terrain. And then... Oh, okay, good. That's the new scavenger unit. So this is the huge... This is the big current strategic maneuver I need to make, which is I need to start building a second army. Now, for the time being, I'm going to have them do one move here, just because I don't know what this guy's... I don't know if he's planning to come in and try to attack the city. So I'm going to put them there so that they can intercept him on that approach. But I really just want to have them bivouac in place. So I found out my old overlay wasn't removed. Okay, very cool. Yeah, one of the things that, and I guess, yeah, so Streamlabs, I guess you use Streamlabs OBS. One of the things you can do, and I've never figured it out, is you can take like everything that you have configured in OBS, which I like both of them. Okay, very cool. And save it off as like some kind of OBS specific file so that you can recall it, and it brings everything back. So all of your sources, all of your overlays, everything. Um, but again, because I'm constantly tweaking mine and changing mine, I haven't spent the time to figure out exactly how to do that. Okay, well, I've already given them, so I'll tell them to skip. Now, my build queue is already set up for Zon 98R, so we'll just leave that as it is. Discovered molecular computing, very cool. Let's see what that is.
Are one of the most remarkable feats of evolution. Unfortunately, they're still quite primitive when it comes to processing the full electromagnetic spectrum. I wholeheartedly suggest you have yours replaced with ocular implants if you truly wish to see the world. Professor Ellen Shaw, Assembly First.
So TJ, what exactly are you updating to your overlays? Unlocks ocular implants and signal shredding. So let's go ahead and figure out what our next research is. Reprocess colonist sample collection. Let's go ahead and work on that. Auxiliary resource extraction. So that's now in the queue, and I think if I understand this correctly, you have 2 different queues. Oh no, I think this is all one research queue. I thought I had area surveillance in progress though. No society research set. Right. Okay. I think I blew through an alert. Just looking at new overlays to test out. Okay, very cool. Aquatic deployment. So you can now research that. Okay, yeah, so I did understand that correctly. You have military research and then you have society research. So 2 different queues.
If you want to improve your capabilities, you don't just set a goal. You must also monitor it. Only by carefully watching your progression, guarding against backsliding, can you achieve solid success.
Now, how often do you change out overlays, TJ?
Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Now, if I hit select new research, I should already have, yeah, aquatic deployment in progress. Ops ready to prime.
Operations available for priming.
Now this is a game mechanic that I don't understand quite yet. I haven't had any operations that I could deploy. 2 strategic operations, Operation Strength 1, that's 1 alert level 0. Firing station appears on the targeted hex. Station provides a deploying player with vision for 6 hexes, coverage for 12. By other protection, firing stations are not marked. Can be destroyed by other players without triggering war. Okay, very cool. And consumes energy and some other resource. It takes 1 turn to deploy. So we're going to deploy a monitor. Let's start priming that. Very cool. Scavenger unit. I don't know why that's coming up as orders required. I said skip 1 turn. Okay. Now this dude I don't entirely understand. I don't understand why I couldn't trigger the teleporter station. Ah, okay, now we can. Now let me understand where in the world he is. I think he's, yeah, so he just skipped far to the north. Man. Great Scott, this map is huge! And my understanding is there's multiple planets in this campaign as well, so, man, we were just barely scratching the surface. It's a resource node. So I can go to it without triggering war. Black necks. Yeah, I'm a little worried. This game is kind of overwhelming as it is. I'm a little worried about getting like tons of quests in the queue that I can't manage. Sci-fish. Great. I have sci-fish. Okay. So I guess he can, so knowing where the sci-fish are, he can go back to the teleporter pad and teleport back to the southern region. He's got no moves left though. So I will wait until next turn to give him orders to come down and engage the sci-fish. Azur Starg. So I can't make it all the way down the mountain to engage this guy. Why is that the only route? I guess this is my shortest route, so I'll come down over the mountains. It's going to take me another turn to get to him, though. So why are there all these tasks? 5 separate units use 5 tactical operations in combat. Okay, so I guess these are kind of like the equivalent of achievements. And I just unlocked 3 of them. Oh no, what the? I have no idea what I just did. Alright, let's just go ahead and end the turn. One thing I need to get accustomed to is I probably need to do manual saves. Oh no, it's been doing auto-saves at the Yang! So I guess it's auto-saving every turn. So that's fine. So we'll just go ahead and leave that as it is. We'll go ahead and end the turn. Oof. So my timers to quests are here in the upper left-hand corner. So slowly, turn by turn, I'm starting to get a handle on all these different systems. So military research, societal research. You can go in here and look at who you have diplomatic relationships with. So at this point, I've now met the Spacers. And the growth. I am the assembly. And now, really, man, that's some expensive movement coming down over this mountain. Okay, now I have that one scavenger unit. I'm going to have them skip their turn. This is my guy that I want to have. What is going on here? So I'm going to have him transit all the way to the south and try to utilize him as the unit to engage in this Psy-Fish quest. He's got no movement left, so we'll have him wait one turn. We'll merge these guys with that unit. That creates my second army division. And there we go. Now, I have this monitoring station operation that I can kick off. So I need to determine where to deploy that. Now, my issue is that I don't really have any enemies yet. Press right to launch the operation. Target any explored hex. I mean, I guess I can put one here on the northern perimeter to kind of determine if there's any marauding bands that come down. I guess I can put it there. Press to launch the operation. So that gives me the monitoring station. Okay. Deployed. Orbital drop. Will remain hidden in place. Applying some critical data until it's discovered by the enemy. Alright. Produce an inspector. Right. And that already has production queued up. Unknown commander. So it looks like we could see a total of 3 maneuvering units on the map, one of which is mine and these other 2. Okay, we'll go ahead and end the turn. So is that my new scavenger unit? No. So hold position. It's my northern inspector. I gotta bob and weave through all this mess. I am really kind of becoming fond of the inspectors. Like the notion that this is one race of several in this game. Again, it's seriously overwhelming. Alright, so now we can go ahead and engage the pod smugglers. There's no ability to negotiate. So let's get to it. So that's interesting. So they had initiative this round. One of the things I need to check on is I configured an alert message that seems to have not popped. Could be wrong though. Yeah, it says I've been up for an hour. Oh, Moobot. Alright. We have to work on that automation. So let's check this geometry. This is kind of like a leading arrowhead here. So let's start to form up here. So I like how the mouse overs for where you're going to move do give you cover. Well, this might actually all be pre-combat. No, you can actually engage here. So who does she have a shot on? Vorpal shot? I would think everybody would be out of range. Yeah, it's interesting. Overwatch. Concussive shot. Pretty sure that's out of range too. So now I want to start to align most of my forces on a vector that points down this arrow, or at least kind of angles on the flank here. With the sniper, I do want to set them off angle. Okay, so let's go to the next unit. My scavengers. And let's start to line them up here. And I have a second unit of scavengers. No attack moves available. And then I do have my boy here. Now let's see. So now I can see these three different colors of moves. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I believe, again, as long as I stay inside that second ring, then I still have enough. Yep, to do an attack. 5%, 25. They are out of range. Graze. We'll go ahead and end the turn. Oh, what the cluck was that? Battle vomit? Man, I don't like how they're just able to jump the sniper like that.
Operations ready.
So I wonder if I should have her fall back. Probably. Let's have her fall back to here. Crikey, even that little bit of movement, like... Skip unit for the rest of the turn. I guess so. I mean, she's done everything that she can at that point. What is that? Wait, this is my scavenger unit? Crew / defense mode and shotgun. Let's go to shotgun. What? So they can still do a claw slash attack? Oh, wait. Is this the... No. Hold on. $40, $80, $45, $50. So shotgun, 45, 22, 22. And then that's Azure Stack himself, who can pop a grenade. Man, that didn't seem to do a lot of damage. So this is always my problem with Age of Wonders, is it gets really tough at the initial outset here. And if I derp this one round of combat, I don't know. Seems very difficult to get back on even footing. What is that? I'm gonna launch a special operation? Signal shredding. Yes, let's do that. Select. That's an invalid target. Target cannot be affected. I guess we'll hit them since they're the advanced unit. Nah, I didn't do something right here. Launch special operation. Select. I probably, yeah. Right click. And now they're stunned for this round, okay? So... Okay, so I can't commit any more actions or attacks. Wow. Super aggro. Oh, blast it. This is not going good. At this point, we'll do a claw slash. Sniper can do a Vorpal shot. One unit down. Shotgun, I guess. That was effective. I guess they're too close for grenades. Inferno Strike. Melee Overwatch canceled. That unit can't be affected. This one can. So that might make a difference if they're stunned next turn. Psionic Mending. Oh! Scavengers. Let's go to Shoddy again. 90-22. Let's focus on taking these guys down.
Enemy annihilated.
Okay. They do not have a shotgun shot there. Let's have them maneuver to cover. Next unit. I didn't realize. I may have screwed the pooch on this one. Does she have a shot? She does. Oh, freaking battle vomit.
Unit down.
Being jumped hard. This used to be always. This was always the way it was with Age of Wonders. Is I used to always very early get into this one battle where I'd lose my hero very early on, and then it's like you have to start the whole campaign over. And I mean, I came in way overpowering these guys. One unit dropped.
Our leader shall return.
Great. So I feel like what I want to do is just start a new campaign. Just since this was my first one out and I didn't really know what I was doing. So let's exit the menu.
Offline.
Hopefully maybe with a new start. I'll come in with a little more awareness. Now that's weird. So I can't delete any of those. We're definitely not ready for online multiplayer. I don't think I'm ready for a campaign either. Let's just go with a new scenario. Imperial World, Frontier World. I mean, I didn't even understand when I was initially setting this up. Didn't even really understand what these different scenarios were. Capital World, Ravaged World. And I guess players have the ability to create new worlds, new planet types. Alright. Yep, we'll go ahead and go with the Imperial World. We're only going to do 2 players. World threat level moderate, opponent level normal, world size medium, landmass type random. Not going to worry about advanced setups. It's not supported for the selected amount of players. So does it have to be small? I think that's fine, especially while I'm still kind of on learning curve here. All races. So I think if I don't select a commander, the Star Union Galaxy, choose destination world. races. Custom. So these are all the races in the game. That's a very large number. I've counted 36 races so far. Ooh, 45. Or at least these are all the different commanders. 57 commanders. I guess races. But you only have 6 races. Okay. So let's take this guy. Ruthless trading houses from the frontiers of the Empire with Star Union gone. See Universal Opportunity, Arc Weapons Groups, Psi Weapons Groups, Indentured Slave Units ignore morale penalties. Jeez. Excellent stealth capabilities and covert operations. So let's start with that.
Salutations, scion of the Syndicate. Your ancestors led the earliest conquest of space, gathering fortunes and establishing aristocratic houses across the galaxy. Despite having to submit to the Star Union, wealth, influence, and a caste of servants have followed your houses to this day. Nobility brings obligations. Don't have the collapse of the Union turn you into a petty robber baron. Restore this planet to civilization.
Okay. 52% water, 48% land. So one of the things I need to get into my head is I need to better understand what's the threshold where my military army has a sufficiently overwhelming offensive capability. So I need to better understand what my comparative tactical strength is to other units. Spacers. Okay, and that's apparently the unit that needs to be taken down. That's all the moves I have left. Now, is this guy like a scout unit? Syndicate runner, army commander. Invisible to other players due to universal camouflage. So, okay, so he is kind of like a spy. So I'm going to use him, again, to start scouting the northern regions of the planet. He's still got moves left. Okay, set production. Indentured Syndicate Runner. Okay, so I'll queue up 6 military units to be created. Planetfall objective report. Okay. New era of peace. Do 2 quests for an NPC faction. Achieve peace with an NPC faction. Okay, so make peace, build conquest, or just build. It's kind of how those objectives break down. Tons of stuff to do on the planet. Dwelling of Maniac Shantytown. Alright. So one thing I do want to look up is... Yeah, there's no... It's weird, there's like no delete dialogue. So I wonder if I'm going to have to... I guess I have to go into the file folder and delete those manually. That's kind of derpy. But there's only a save game and a load game dialogue with no delete option. Okay. So it wants me to task my scout first. I guess since I've discovered... a faction over here, I should go ahead and scout in the northwest direction. Alright. Each rogue marauder. That does appear to be my quest objective. Let's go ahead and go to manual combat. So now with a new army, new units. I love turn-based strategy games and real-time strategy games. It's interesting that the whole industry is kind of shifting to this style of design, which was kind of initiated by Creative Assembly and the guys who do Total War. Sci-Tech staff. Do I have a shot on anybody? Everybody's out of range. Cerebral Override. Heals for 20. It's so crazy in the detail how like all of these different units for all of these different races and factions all have like unique power sets. Okay. These are overseas. Okay. I thought... So I guess that's kind of like their melee attack. All their action points. Okay, so that's like a buff. Okay. Interesting. Syndicate indentured. Now, do they actually have shots on? No, these guys are out of range. Yeah, and they have enough left over for an attack. So let's go ahead and hit these guys. All misses. Way to go, guys. Let's... Really? Alright, these are also indentured. Out of range. These guys are not, though. Come on. No hits. Another unit of indentured. Let's move them to cover. And yeah, we've got no shots. Oh, I have a runner too. I feel like this terrain isn't really giving me a lot of options for any kind of elegant maneuver warfare here. We'll just go into the next unit. They're out of range. Let's maneuver him up here. See, can we hit these guys? Oh, there we go. Does that appear to be effective? At least one unit down, I guess. Shields up. These are the runners. But yeah, everybody's out of range. The bowlers don't have any greater range, so we'll go ahead and go defensive for them. It's weird to me that every unit doesn't have the skip turn option. I don't really understand that. Wow. Ah, beetle spit. What? Javori Ardelli. Okay, Syndicate indentured. Now they also have, what is this? Arc Power Blast versus the Pulse Repeater. Let's just use the Pulse Repeater for now. Syndicate Runner.
Enemy destroyed.
Very good. So concentration and focus of fire on one enemy seems to be effective. Syndicate indentured. Yeah, I don't want any more blasted beetle spit. Some more indentured here. Ew.
Serves them right.
So I guess I destroyed that unit? Okay. Now this This is Ardelli himself. Sci-Tech emitter in a 3-hex line. Oh, wow.
Good riddance.
Oh, these guys are still up? Oh, no. Okay. Defense mode. Cerebral override. Okay, so it seems like I can do that on those indentured. Now that gives them an additional move and an additional attack, which is, it's not a bad buff at all.
Serves them.
They're
right.
down.
The Syndicate rules supreme.
Nicely done. And no units lost. Watch the replay.
Objective completed.
Okay. So finish my first NPC faction side quest. Now let's set my military research. We'll go Dominion of Purification. Dispels all negative status effects on every unit within a 1-hex radius. Sure. Set Society Research. Let's go Aquatic Deployment. Crossing rivers and does so at a greatly reduced movement point cost. So complex. What's their production queue look like? So I think one of the things I failed to do last time is I just didn't get engaged quickly enough in executing on a strategy that would keep my military units replenished. Let's continue scouting him to the north. So you can see there how he slowed down coming over the water. Fall short movement wise. Hey, Javori. So I haven't really decided. I don't really understand what these symbols are here either. But let's go ahead and just continue combating. I'm not absolutely certain that that's the way to take over more territory, but I don't know any other way. So we'll continue with that approach. The only thing I don't like is I don't feel like this game is really rewarding me for the art of maneuver warfare. So I'm going to send them far out to the left flank. I tried this with the Inspector unit type before, and that didn't really do me any good. Syndicate. So let's try and at least maybe create a maneuvering problem for the enemy so that he has to expend movement coming through the chicane here. And maybe that'll keep him from attacking me this round, and then I can take the initiative next round. I don't have any shots on. Shoot enemies who move through or shoot from unprotected hexes in their field of view. So it's interesting. So you can't both go defensive and Overwatch, but I'll set them to Overwatch mode. Oh, no. Rotate them. Rotate. Okay, so now do Overwatch. Okay, good. Because I believe that that's where he'll come through. Let's have them maneuver to here. Pretty sure that that provides cover. And then put them on Overwatch also. Alright. How does that give him? It does give him shots on. 30, 30, 25. I thought I set these guys on Overwatch. We'll not worry about them. Syndicate indentured. I'm going to have them maneuver up and bolster him. Okay. And then my runners. I'm going to send them out on the right flank also. I think that's pretty much. And they can get shields up. Ooh. Interesting how they always go for... Okay, so my guys just popped off on Overwatch. That's good. But you only get one Overwatch attack per turn, apparently. Oh! Freaking grasshoppers. Okay, what do we got? Syndicate indentured. 90, 90... 90. Let's try and take these guys down. What the Are you kidding me? Great. So he does have a shot on even from there.
Enemy annihilated.
Nice. Does he have shots on? No line of sight. Let's maneuver to here. Now that is some nice maneuver warfare there. And he's got a shot on. Not destroyed, but pretty effective. Those guys incapacitated, indentured. Doesn't say that they're incapacitated. I wasn't able to tell through the animation if that Bola attack was effective. But I'm hesitant to skip. What I would want to do is know that these guys are immobilized and that therefore I can bypass attacking him because he won't be able to do anything effective next turn in favor of attacking the guy behind him. I wish one of these was at a health point where it was a little more clear which one I should go for. I think these guys have more health. Let's go with attacking the further unit.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay. Good call. Now, let's do the Cerebral Override on this unit. That will give them an additional attack and put it on this guy.
Good riddance.
There we go. Victory, victory.
The
Hey, what's going on, billionaire, I guess? How you doing?
supreme.
Thanks so much for swinging by the live stream. I appreciate you. How you doing tonight? What brought you by? Are you a Age of Wonders fan, or just random stop in, or saw it on Twitter? Or I'm always curious to determine what led to anybody wandering by in their discovery. Sorry, gained 1 colonist. Colonist management. You replied to 3 answers correct. Yeah, no thanks, billionaire. I guess I appreciate it. Not really into random offers for money, but I do appreciate it. So these are my colonists. Colonist growth in 2 turns. Maximum population is 16. So this is one of the things that I hadn't figured out in the last. Sorry. I'll answer the 3 questions, but you don't have to. You don't have to worry about the $20. So go ahead, by all means, ask me your 3 questions. I'm always up for a good trivia night. All right, so I'll keep an eye out for your questions. I'm going to continue trying to sort through things in this turn, though. And actually, I'll tell you what, billionaire, if I do answer the 3 questions correctly and you do want to do the $20, what you can do, actually, what I appreciate you doing is if you scroll down below the video to my Twitch panel, there is a charity campaign going on that I'm running to give money to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So you could definitely allocate those $20 to that cause if you so chose. So yes, by all means, ask me your 3 questions. Event in infinity. So next column is 17 income. And as far as I can tell, though, in most games you can produce colonists. I mean, there's population growth. But settlers or something actually winds up being a unit you can produce. I haven't seen that. Oh, this is the build queue. Unit production, structure production. Okay. Sector production. Okay, first question is, who is going to win KSI or Logan Paul? Wow. So you've definitely got me in elements of pop culture that I don't keep up with. All I know about Logan Paul is that he's run into several issues of controversy with the content that he's produced on YouTube. So I am going to say KSI. Prevent deficit. Population 4. Happiness. Now this is my production queue, but can I produce? Doesn't seem like I can actually produce like a colonist. Oh, wait. Colonist management. Alright, okay, very cool. I'll have to look up and research why that answer is right after the stream. So income. Second hottest, the certificate has the highest total income and total cumulative goal. So I guess these, okay, so these are strategies that you could follow. Energy, production, knowledge, happiness slots. You should assign them to a resource using the arrow buttons associated with each resource. Or you can switch auto assign colonist mode on, which automatically deal with idle colonists. Yeah, well I do have auto on. Oh, right. So these colonists, I don't understand that. These colonists shouldn't be idle. You don't have a next. You don't. You don't have a next question. All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you dropping by the live stream anyway, billionaire, I guess. So I don't know if I should select one of these strategies or just leave it on auto. I'm a little confused by the fact that when they are idle, I don't know what this would indicate. I assume that these colonists are not idle since I have the auto mode on. City decrees. There's an HQ and a colony center. Arcadian climate, fertile plains. But we definitely don't want to dismantle it. Now we have 2 or 3 other units in the queue. Alright, Javorde. So let's see. I mean, the nearest thing is to get over here. Now, what is that? Syndicate indentured. So let's go ahead and start forming this army up on the northern radial, northeastern rather. Okay. That's all I need him to do, so he can wait. It can annex its first sector. Should send an army to an adjacent sector to annex it for this colony. The sector can be developed for an economic boost. So I think that's what he's about to do here. Produce an indentured. Okay. And we can go ahead and end the turn. Confirm movement. Yep, let's go ahead and... Alright. Factions with a claim on this sector. Found Syndicate Colony, annex sector as province. Yeah, I guess I'd like to build a forward base. You can just hold on. Actually, it looks like we built another. He's indentured. So we can go ahead and merge. And these are the beginnings of the 2nd Army Division here. Oh, no. Okay. Good. Generator materials as we transfer to a large colony. Larger convoy before it was stopped in its tracks. Colony upgrades, which we can salvage for use in one of our colonies. Transport the colony upgrade to Nasnara. And he's got no moves left, right? Well, I need you guys to just wait. So I don't know if he's building, I guess. Okay, no, it's under construction, okay. And I guess we'll go out over here and annex Gangplank Bay next. Okay, he's got no moves left. I don't know if that's an annexable region out over the ocean, or if I have to have a different unit to do that. I think I've done all I can. So let's go ahead and end the turn. And wait one turn. Continue pushing north. Coastal Crack, Unclaimed Wilderness Center. I don't have enough stuff to build a forward base. So I'm hoping that dialogue So can I not build it because I don't have enough, whatever that economic enough influence, or is it because it's over water, ocean? And coastal sectors are more easily exploited. So I think this is because I don't have the aquatic deployment, but sea transport water base. So if he hangs out there, hopefully next turn, I can build a base. I just don't know if it's gonna. I'm hoping it presents this dialogue again. So we're just gonna have him wait. Alright, so I'm gonna try and have him maneuver to. Yeah, no, he can't get out over water to access that. Hopefully, we'll be able to when I get to the aquatic deployment. Now, this is annexable, right? So let's go this way. It's so cool, he's on a little speeder bike. Created forward base, okay. I don't understand why the annex queue is still there. Annex forward bases, okay. A free military infrastructure upgrade. So even after you build it, you still have to annex it. Okay, so I guess now I understand that these little banners here are territorial anchor points, I guess. So we'll end the turn. So we've completed aquatic deployment.
Is a maiden of many moods, most of them murderers. Officer, Salty Bay Colony.
Let's move on to my next research. So we built in an energy exploitation sector. Alright, we'll do energy development for my next research. Message from the Spacers faction. We need to learn to able to craft our own stuff. Will you teach us? Sustainable economics. It's an unexploited sector. Ah. Clay Ridge. I gotcha. Okay. So I guess we'll make it agriculture. So I guess when annexing a new territory, the first thing you have to do is declare what type of zone it is, I guess. These are more indentured, right? Let's go and do that army merge. So now can I build a forward base? Still waiting to have enough to actually build it. Okay, so when I click on it, it brings the dialogue back. That's a very good thing to know. I was a little concerned about that. Okay, we'll just have him wait one turn. Javori. Now, before this came up as annexable. Out of move points. So I'm a little confused about what exactly that was representing. Self-sufficiency, sustainable economics. So I don't know. I guess self-sufficiency is sustainable economics. So maybe it bumped whatever I had in the queue for social research, which is fine. Okay, so that's the new army. Army power 300. We'll just have them wait. Created sector base for Nasanara.
Sector annexed.
Okay. Alright, cool. End turn. What business are you doing? Speak to your preacher. So, yeah, it's just weird to me. It showed up as annexable, and then when I actually got there, there's nothing. Aquatic nests. So this is a weaker unit than this one. Considering two options to expand my territory, I guess I'll head over this way. Take on the weaker unit. Oh, except now it shows that there's 5 units with an army power of 420. Deep sea mining station and an aquatic nest. Okay, so we can attack that next turn. Have them skip. Can I build it now? Build forward base. Yes. Now once that's built, I can then go ahead and move the runner. I don't know what all these things are. Derelict hydro plant, resource node. Oh, no. Shoot. Okay, so I guess I've got no moves left. No, he still has moves. We will definitely take that. Now does he have moves left? I think now he should be out. Right. So in turn. What? Nyla Abaz, the Syndicate. Wait, I'm Syndicate. So would we just run into a guy from my own faction? Coexist on a planet, we can reemerge with these ruins together. Sure. What brings you to this planet? So we cannot compliment or insult or warn or denounce. I just don't understand why you would declare a war with somebody from your own faction.
Can be forged and trade can be conducted here. The left list contains things
It's just weird that there would be a diplomatic dialogue.
you can request from the other faction.
But they're not another faction. I guess he's another faction within the same race. Declare war. I don't want to declare war. Wait 3 turns before they will accept a new diplomatic state. Or I could become a vassal. These trade options. Sectors. Well, I'm definitely not going to give him a sector. So I can't change the diplomatic state. I could give him you become overlord. Maybe let's not do that right off the bat. I have no idea. So I'm offering him a one-time gift of trade energy. Then why don't we ask him for a one-time gift of cosmite? Sure. Very good deal for you. I say balance the trade offer. Oh, he proposes giving them more energy. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Send proposal. Well, we accept. Alright, cool. To start anyway. My problem is, so I don't understand where that dude was. Or where we met him. Dominion of Purification. Unit mods, tactical operations. This is my military research tree. Let's go ahead and let's do magnetic energy store. So that's weird. So that was its own. Okay, so that was the start of the psionics branch. Right. So correction. Then let's do Dominion of Affliction. because that'll give me more mods that I can apply to my units. We'll go ahead and research that. Let's go to my primary commander. And I guess I'll attack this deep sea mining station. Your army has embarked. Embarked what? Out of move points. I guess they've embarked some type of sea lane transport since I just developed the aquatic deployment task, or aquatic deployment capability. So I guess there's a 1-turn delay when transitioning from land to water transit, so that's fine. Okay, so these units just need to stand by and chill. Okay, so he can continue. Wait, so that's the space faction. Okay. Let's just continue scouting north. Okay, relations between your units can be attacked without war being declared on you if you want to. No, let's not do that. So where is it calling? I guess it's calling this the territorial divide, and then this is some kind of weird neutral zone. I don't know if I gained something from crossing over that or not. Set production Nasanara. Rich level agriculture exploitation. Okay, this is overall sector production, but I'm mainly concerned about Nasanara, so I thought they had more military units in their queue, because this army isn't complete. Army power is 300. Yeah, that's weird. I thought they had more. That army unit is like 3 indentured units, so why don't we pair them up with 2 runners? Okay. Order the first commander completing the task. So is it saying that the other commander completed this task? Pioneer reward. Achieve peace with an NPC faction. I don't know, man, what that means. Technologist task is unlocked. Unit mods. Really?
Happiness of it in colony.
Yeah, fine. I guess simply because the population is increasing. So, but where's the build crew for this is structure production? But I don't really see where I don't have any morale building structures available. Weird. Yeah, so the structural build dialogue is confusing me. Those are really my only options. Okay, let's go ahead and build the training center. And then build the barracks right behind it. So did it say that is it saying that I completed that? I'll have to look it up in the objectives queue. Right. Sorry, the invader, the builder. Oh, completed. Petting zoo. So I don't know who was saying just completed that other thing, whether that was me or the other guy. The dialogue seemed to indicate it was me, but... Empire test, the warmonger unlocked. So I guess these are just objectives that I can go after. Okay, forward base is created. Very cool that I have an aquatic base to the north. Oh, that's weird. So it's only claiming that sector. It's not... That seems to not be the root of the territorial dispute that we just had. I don't know.
Commander, one of our colonies is unhappy.
Objective
Growing
completed.
populations generate unhappiness as each colonist adds an amount of happiness upkeep. Certain enemy actions can also cause unrest.
Oh, assign colonists to happiness slots once reaches a particular threshold. Self-sufficiency completed. Very cool. Now that doesn't show as a Imperial submarine. Okay. Seems a weird thing for me to take on. And I'm wondering if the aquatic battles is an entirely different paradigm. Oh, snap! Maritime battle? I wasn't ready for that at all. Great. Ugh. Interesting. So you embark little sea skiffs and stuff. Okay, Syndicate Overseer. These are my buff boys. Okay. Go to the next unit. Indentured. So it seems like their movements are a little more constrained on sea, which would make sense. Rotate this way. Let's go to the next unit. Just another set of indentured. So range out far on the right flank. Rotate. Can't do Overwatch though. Syndicate runner. Both out of range. Also out of range. So let's just go on to the next unit. And no shots available. It says they still have actions left, but nothing that I would actually want to do or use. Really? Just the one? Oh! Come on now. Yeah, I get it.
Operations available.
Okay. Ooh, dispels all negative status effects on every unit within a 1 hex. Okay. No. There's no need to use that yet. Syndicate indentured. It says he has a shot on this thing. I don't know what this is. Is it like a drone? Overseers. Okay, so that is an offensive weapon. 70, 48, 50.
Enemy annihilated.
Oh, nice one shot. These are my indentured. That gives him a shot on the sub. Critical hit. Nice. These are my runners. Still out of range. We solve that with a 1-step. Okay, and that does give him 1 shot here.
Enemy
Sends him to the deep. So this encounter is going a lot better than I thought it would. Javor, does he have a shot on that sub? Nope. Into here. He does have a shot now. Did not take him down. Oh! Oh! Gah!
down.
Indentured. So they'd already done the pulse pistol. I don't know if arc bowls will do any good. 65% chance to be immobilized, I guess. No, nope. Too powerful.
The Syndicate rule supreme.
I was just trying to stun him. Okay. Take reward. And then deep sea mining station. Okay, so now I do own that, right? Owned by you. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Getting a lot of stuff done tonight in comparison to the first night. Which I just think is just so much learning curve. Upgrade commander.
Heroes are special units that lead your armies. Commander, you are also represented as a hero on the map.
Okay. So are these my powers now? These are my upgrades. So how many? 5 skill points. Okay, wow. Ooh, it's a bunch of stuff that he just can't access. Air commander. All air units in the hero's army deal 10% additional damage. Only function when the hero is the army's commander. Okay. I hope this means that the runners will be the recipients of this. Okay. So I guess this is saying there's, yeah, so there's nothing available for 1 skill point.
Mods allow you to improve your units later in the game, and allow you to adapt your arsenal to ever-evolving threats.
Units that have a psionic ability. Okay. Confirm loadout. Confirm that. Okay. I have 1 skill point left that I can't really apply to anything because there's nothing that requires so little as 1 skill point. So I guess now I'm down to 4 units. I think what I want to do is have him head back to home base and try and get some reinforcements. All right. And then, so those are the new units that are waiting to form up. Okay, and that's the first, well, includes that. What is this? Imperial production stash. I'll take that. Oh, whoa. I didn't realize that was guarded. And I have enough to claim it, so let's build that forward base. Right, and then him I can merge with the 2nd Army Division. And these guys I can have stand by. So now I'm up to 5 units. So I really don't understand this. How do I make... Can I make a commander? It doesn't look like there's any specific ability to create a military commander, so I think this unit just is what it is. I do, based on the last engagement though, I think maybe I should add a couple additional indentured and 1 more runner. Nyla sent a message. Great. Okay, like I don't know. What are you telling me? Thanks so much for the host, Shelly Smalls. I appreciate you. How you doing tonight? Did you just get done with your own live stream? Well, either way, I appreciate the host. I'm glad you decided to choose my channel to host out of the various options that you had. So this dude has just made this pronouncement. Like, I don't need to negotiate with him. I mean, it just seems like a big FYI. Empire test the negotiator unlocked. So I guess that's just a new... Hey. I'm good. I'm digging into this pretty overwhelming turn-based strategy game called Age of Wonders, which is a franchise that's been going on for about 20 years. There is a lot of stuff in here. So what did you play earlier? Did you play Fortnite tonight?
Empire task completed.
Okay, so I did complete a task. Achieve peace with an NPC faction. Relationship improved with the fate with the spacers. Create psycho makeshift choking module. Jeez. Friday the 13th. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that game actually came to Switch, of all things, which was very surprising. I guess with a bunch of DLC as well. Now, I'm guessing you played it. And I can't remember, are you on Xbox or PlayStation? I'm pretty sure.
Ready.
Production ready. Well, that must have been because I don't know why is it. I don't know why it queued me into production at all. Nope, damn it. I missed that alert, PlayStation. Okay, cool. Now, do you have a regular crew that you play with Friday the 13th? I'm guessing you're Fam Bam. Wants to join you. Recruit hero for 100 energy. Interesting. Recruit another hero. I didn't know that there were heroes to recruit. We'll take this dude. Oh, it's. Thanks so much for the bit, Shelly. I appreciate it. Absolutely don't have to do that, but I do appreciate you. You are number 2 on the leaderboard. So what are you doing up so late? So you finished at 9 because you're on Central Time. Is that right? For the dream team. Yeah, y'all are a trip. Y'all are very y'all cause a lot of ruckus when you're all online together. Okay, so I've got this hero. Let's go ahead and merge him with... Uh-oh, do I have movement control? Yeah, let's go ahead and merge him with this army. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they now have 6 units. I'm still going to wait until these additional units that I have in the queue build up before I sortie these guys out. Mountain Standard Time. Okay, alright. So it's late your time, but not the wee hours of the morning.
Operations available for priming.
Academic xenologists aid your communication with the natives on this planet. You're going to get more influence from quests. Right. So how late do you generally stay up? Are you a night owl? More influence from quests. Okay. So start priming that operation. Okay. So again, I do want to bring him back to base. I wonder why his movement is so slow. I guess because he's coming in from the water. Orders required. Big time night owl. I figured as much. What is all this? So I just built that outpost. And that gives me control of this territory and this weird limited cutout here. Those are the spacers. I guess I could take on a new spacer quest. I don't have one running right now. I tried to go to sleep before midnight, but I ended up staying up till like 2 or 3. Yep, I am the same way. Often, typically because of my stream schedule. Let's emote. Because I don't know how to get new quests from these guys because they're not giving them up. Raid soon, so if you've got business, spit it out. Oh, so these are units I can buy from them. I'm not going to do that right now. This is what kills my phone. So now are you watching? So you're watching this live stream on mobile? Oh, what is that? Cosmite Spatial Rift owned by the Spacers. Go check that out. Pioneer Plains. So this is an... found Syndicate Colony. Build forward base. So why? It's about growth. I don't know why I can't claim that right now. I don't know. It requires a colonizer unit. I don't even know. So I'm going to have to check out my main towns, build queue, and figure out how to do that. Okay. So is it watching it on mobile just more comfortable or easier, or as opposed to watching it on like a PC or even on your PlayStation? I mean, sometimes I watch on mobile. It's just I tend not to because you can't. I find interacting difficult from the like when I was watching you on mobile the other day. Like there were things I was trying to do that I couldn't do from mobile. Why is? I guess maybe because he already moved. So we just need to tell him to wait one turn. Completed the builder as pioneer. Okay.
Incoming
Come on,
communication.
dude. So live with that or rise above it. Okay, thanks. FYI, master. So I'm sorry. So you were saying just watching it on mobile is just easier for different reasons. Specialist Training Center. Oh, that's why I got the production ready queue. Requires a colonizer unit. How do you build a colonizer unit? I'm just on my phone's line. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'm on my phone a lot too. I just, like I said, just watching streams on it is a little harder for me. Hands get cramped up. You're married to your phone. So now, do you work tomorrow, Shelley? Created forward base. Plenty militia power. Knocking on the structure will give it a free military infrastructure upgrade. Does not gather any income. But how do I found a colony? Wait. Boost output production. Alright. Well, I don't know that I see or understand how to... Is that the only one that I thought I built 2 outposts up here. Yeah, right. Coastal Crack. Nope, I'm off to Friday. Okay, very cool. I put on a movie for my son so he can fall asleep as I play on my phone. Alright. Nope, yep. I'm familiar with that tactic. So what are your plans game-wise for the rest of the week? Are you guys gonna stick with Friday the 13th? Was this your first time playing it? Alright, I guess I'll just go ahead and end my turn. So this is going a heck of a lot better than the initial campaign. Spacer's faction demand. What? Fine. I've got energy to spend. I don't need to get in a fight with anybody right now. Hacking. Cracks me up how this faction uses all like the gamer speak. Alright, let's accept that. Confirm movement. There's just all kinds of crazy stuff up here to the north. Found Syndicate colony. I got a feeling. I guess I gotta build a forward base before. No, it's saying requires a colonizer unit, and that's what I don't understand how to even. I haven't seen anywhere where I can build a colonizer unit. Continue on its path. Guard. No, I don't want to confirm it. I just want him to hang out right there. I guess I can end turn, but I want to see if I can... Oh, teleportation pad. Where's my main colony here? Are we playing Call of Duty tomorrow night? Okay, cool. Black Ops 4? Okay, and you've been playing Friday the 13th since it first came out. Then I'll let my followers pick what I play Friday morning. Okay, very cool. So I'm one of your followers, so do I get to pick what you play Friday morning? Yeah, I do not understand how to build a colonizer unit. Isn't there Imperial Archives? Let's see if we can. Modern Warfare Remastered. Okay. I think I have that somewhere. I don't remember what platform I have it on. Maybe on PC. It was something that I definitely wanted to get, and then I saw it go on sale or something. Like I said, I can't remember exactly where I got it. I do have Black Ops 4 on PlayStation 4. Yep, just go to my Twitch and vote, okay? Wait, to Twitch or your Twitter? Assembly. You work here at Syndicate colonizer units. Mortal Kombat is winning right now. Okay, Mortal Kombat 11. So I see what this is. I don't know what you have to have in order to build it, though. Yeah, I actually had a copy of Mortal Kombat. I can't remember, maybe for Xbox, and I wound up sending it back before I opened it and played it. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and end the turn, I guess. Oh, that's right, they're priming this emissary operation. One more turn to prime. Let's go ahead and end turn. No, I didn't want to confirm that. After automatic move with some of your armies. Okay, whatever. Twitch, you can vote on the app too. Just going to mention it from the app and go to chat, and it's in the top right hand corner. Okay, all right, very cool. Is that an extension that you have enabled? Just going to move him back down here. I'm going to see if I can build there once I have 20, whatever those things are, 20 influence. Well, top of the chat. LOL. Okay. Top right hand corner was top of the chat. Okay. And yeah, I would say, so is that an extension which you have enabled, like a voting or poll? Is that the poll extension? So they now have 7 units. And I'm still going to hold off on having them deploy. Orders required. Just have them wait an additional turn. And he is waiting for me to build up enough influence. So wait 1 turn. So I'm going to have to resolve 2. Oh, I was supposed to get... Where's this thing? I don't even know where the heck that is on the map. No, oh, flip me back. Okay, over here. There's 9 turns left to do that. He's at 4 units. This thing has 2 turns left to produce each of these. Yeah, I can't wait, or else the time's going to expire. So let me maneuver them out here. I'm going to have to take 3 units from here. Now I think I understand 2. Yep, you got an extension. Okay, very cool. So, so what games do you have in the poll? Mortal Kombat and what else? Okay. Because Call of Duty's not in that poll, right? You're playing that tomorrow night. Alright, so I guess I'll take... Nope, it's not letting me... Yeah, but I just want... It's aggravating. I just want the 1 unit. Oh, okay. Splitting army. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So that's the 1 army merge. And then... No. Grab that and have them go there. And grab 1... No. Grab 1 more runner. Or indentured and have them move. Oh, why did he... No, join the army, dude. Is that because my army units are maxed? Oh, you know what? I thought they had 7 units. It's not 7 units. It's the city size label that's on there. I messed that up. So maybe we can't do... That's interesting. So the army sizes have a maximum size? Didn't realize that. So that's my whole army, and they're out of moves. Okay.
Doctrine enacted.
Friday the 13th, Fortnite, South Park, The Fractured Butthole, MK11, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and Dying Light. I have only played 2 of those, I think. So we've hired the team of xenologists. And my skirmisher barracks is now enabled. So now I can build these 2 specialists. I've got 3 units being produced. Okay. So we'll go ahead and end the turn. I should have put Outlast in Todd's place. Yeah, it's so weird to me. I mean, Outlast is a... Man, what is that? Is that like a 2011 game? But it seems to always have these, like, resurgences in popularity, one of which it's going through now. Yeah, it's a 2013 game. But it seems to be, like I said, undergoing some kind of, like, populist renaissance on Twitch right now. I played that game when it first came out. Like, I'm not going back and revisiting that. I got enough jump scares from that thing. Ugh. Okay, so he's going to wait for 2 more units to be produced. Javori, first thing you're going to do is come down and get these energy barrels. So we'll take that reward. Something like that. LOL, I've beat it like 10 times. Okay, alright. So what is it that keeps you coming back to it after you've already completed it once before? One thing I don't like is this is going to force me to have my army commander move out into unknown territory. What the heck is that? Finzun settlement. Neutral. Now I'm out of move points, right? Okay. Why can I not build a colony? Because I don't have a colonizer unit. Ah. Fine, we'll build a forward base. Who is this even? Nala Abaz, okay. So we'll continue exploring to the north.
Incoming communication.
I'm going to finish it, then start the Whistleblower. Okay, yeah, the DLC. Now, have you played Outlast 2? Go ahead and end this turn. Trying it on harder modes pulls me back. Okay. What? Why is she so aggro? I didn't even do anything. Now, what I don't understand, I thought I set this thing up to only have, like, one other NPC faction on here. So those are the spacers. Not NPC faction, but enemy factions. I may have screwed up and left it on 6. Should not be good. I don't want to negotiate with her. Energy development.
Electronic mechanisms employed by the Empire appear to have developed a passive-aggressive
I only got to play the demo. I need to get the second one. Second trailer. Okay, very cool. Yeah,
We suspect
like I don't know. My time with Outlast is like a love-hate. Not even love-hate, but love-meh kind of relationship. Like, I liked the game. I felt like at a certain point it was less about real horror. I'm going to play the demo. I need to play the second one so I can try it out. Right. Yes, yeah. I took that as your meaning. But it felt like the design skewed away from true horror and was all about the jump scare, which is fine. Jump scares are fine too. But then what I really didn't like was the ending. So, when I got to the ending, I almost wanted to like throw my controller down on the floor. All right, so let's select new research. This is my society side. Let's research the area surveillance. Okay. So he's waiting, but this additional unit has been produced, so we'll do an army merge there. And then he'll just have one more unit before I'm ready to use him out in the field. Oh, what the flock is that? Okay, we're 700 to 400. Should be able to pull that off. Yes, the ending was BS. Right. It just made the whole thing feel like so like worthless. And I realize that's a very subjective matter of opinion, but it is what it is. Operations charging. Indentured. Alright, so we're going to send them up the gut, but with cover. What the heck? Oh, they are on Overwatch? Not cool. I still get mad even though I know it's kind of right. So what other survival horror games have you played or do you like? Special operations are not ready yet. Some more indentured. Let's send them out on the right flank. Let's go to the next unit. Yeah, because you're on mobile. That's what. Yeah, the virtual keyboards drive me nuts. That's another reason why I tend not to watch, because I just have to go back and edit and do so many rewrites when I'm watching on from mobile. Okay, let's move them up to here. Next unit. These are my runners. They do not have shots on. Shelly, your emojis are killing me too. I'm like, what is that emoji? Look for derp. Yep. Derp. Syndicate. So I have 2 units of runners here. Have them go here. So this is pretty decent with this number of units. I've actually got the battle line spread. That's going to stretch him with a smaller number of units. Resident Evil is my ish. I want to try it on VR. I think it'll make it that much scarier. Do you have a PlayStation VR, or is that something you've been looking to pick up? So what do I want to do with Bombada here? I guess I'll move him out here. And no shots on. These guys are fine. I'm pretty sure everyone's maneuvered that I need to. Just go ahead and end the turn. Ah. Come on, man. That attack of theirs is ridiculous. And these guys went defensive.
Unfortunate.
Oh, do I have a unit? Did I just lose a unit? Ugh.
Operations ready.
Yeah, hopefully this is something that shows all negative status effects on every unit within a hex radius. I don't have any negative buffs though right now. Runner. We're looking to get like soon. I've only watched YouTube videos on VR games. Yeah, the big problem with VR is YouTube videos. Yeah, it's hard to convey like fully what that experience is. I mean, I've done several VR live streams and Let's Plays. I think I've resolved that I'm not going to do those anymore. Just because, like I said, it's. I don't feel like even when I do them, I don't feel like I can. I'm done with spelling tonight. I go, yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, I think I know what you're saying most of the time. So if we maneuver the runners up to here. Frickin' A. Damn defensive grid. So these more runners. Come on, man. Syndicate indentured. No line of sight. Alright, let's move him way up and go super aggro. Does give me a shot. Almost took that unit out, but not quite. It's dumb, is what it is. I can't get the full experience of the game through YouTube videos. Yeah. It's like I said. It's hard. I mean, VR is just one of those things where like doing a live stream video or even like when they were showing them out at E3 all the time. Like seeing somebody play VR still doesn't convey the full experience. And I mean, I watched the VR like E3 showcase. Escape module. I don't know what the heck that was that just happened. These little units of mine are like popping stuff off and I don't even know what they're doing. Frickin' A. Is it 4-on-4 now? And that defensive position is permanent and they can just move into it? And I'm getting spanked. Okay, so the runner's up. So exactly VR is hard to convey or exactly I'm getting spanked? Because both are true right now. So this is actually a 75% hit. Let me fire to the rear. It's 95%. Hopefully this will be a takedown.
Good riddance.
50%. Arc bullets. Out of range for that. Motion suppressor. Out of range for that as well. Alright, took down one with that. It's a total Hail Mary shot. VR's hard to convey, right? Ah! It's a 95. Out of range.
Enemy destroyed.
Alright, good. Syndicate indentured. 45, 35. Arc Power Blast. Okay, let's do that. God, how did they miss them? They're right there. And the cover's on the other side of them. It's not like it was in between my unit and them. I guess I will push up through here. It's a 35 shot. They're both 35 shots. Aggravating. What a jerk. So, Shelly, have you had a chance to like play with PlayStation VR or test it or anything like that? Nice. Immobilized. Where is that dude? Oh, there he is. No line of sight. $35, $35.
Enemy
Okay,
down.
good. Great. He shouldn't be able to fire back. He was supposed to be immobilized this round. Unfortunately, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if it's I don't know. There's a lot. I mean, lots of things to consider with that. I wonder if it's worth going to like a Best Buy or something where they might have like a PlayStation VR demo kiosk set up to try it out. Because of course, I mean, it's still a while out. It's probably far enough out that it's not a bad idea to buy a PlayStation VR. But of course, PlayStation VR 2 will be coming out shortly after the PlayStation 5 releases, so that's probably still a couple years out though before PlayStation VR 2.
Enemy destroyed.
That's all she wrote.
Our forces are victorious.
Oof. That was rough. I lost 3 units to their 4.
Objective completed.
But I got some big ups out of it, so maybe it was worth the risk. I have no idea what I should do or where I should send this guy. So they own that deep sea mining? Imperial production stash. Oh no. Did not realize that that was guarded. Let's just keep pushing north. That's a good idea. If I do get it, I highly doubt I'll stream from it though. Yeah, VR streams are weird because so I started doing VR streams on YouTube, and that to me works because on YouTube you can disable the chat, and so I could put there, hey, it's a VR live stream. Please understand that I'm under the visor and therefore I can't interact with chat. So so I just have it disabled. You know, if you have comments, please feel free to leave them, you know, on the video, you know, as a comment, not as real-time chat. So it's a little more manageable on YouTube. On Twitch, the best I could figure out to do was to set the room to followers-only chat, and I think I put like a 10 or 15-minute time limit on it. And I was like, okay, if somebody comes in and is not a follower, somebody who comes in and is a follower, I'm probably okay with whatever they say in chat while I'm under the visor. If they sign up to be a follower, then I figured, well, if they sign up to be a follower and they sit here and wait 15 minutes watching me play in VR, that's probably beyond the level of patience for a troll. And so I felt like, okay, so if they stick around for 15 minutes and I'm fine, just go ahead and letting them post in chat. But two things. The follower chat indicator label in the chat window on Twitch is very small, and so I set it one time and then left it for like a month, not realizing that I had it set. So for like a month of live streams, it was set to followers only chat, which I'm sure negatively impacted, views and people coming by and following and hanging out, because I'm sure that would be frustrating. Like I went into somebody's live stream today and it was followers only, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna follow you just so I can engage in chat. Like it creates a, I don't know, like some participatory friction, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it was fine. I'm not a blowed up streamer anyway, so I left it on for a month. It was it was all right. Okay, so that's as far as he can go. I guess I should have gone over and checked out. Well, but these clearly have enemy units on them. Okay, he's still waiting on one more unit to be produced, so you can just wait. Yeah, and I normally wouldn't either. It was because, like I said, when I came over to Twitch from YouTube, my first live streams were VR live streams because that's what I was in the middle of, and I was looking for some way to control or turn off the chat, and that was the only thing that was really available or that I could figure out. And I got totally pounded. Scurry my arse back, except I have no move points right now. Created forward base. Okay. That's Nara produced and indentured. Well, where is it? Saying I produced it, but I don't see the actual unit, so maybe it'll appear at the beginning of next round or something. I'm not sure. All right. Well, Shelly, thanks so much for swinging by the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and wind things down for the night. I do appreciate you stopping by. For whatever it's worth, and I realize it's late for you, so I know. Thanks so much, and thanks so much for the cheer and the bits. I do appreciate it. Again, as always, totally unnecessary, but I do appreciate it. And I hope you do get some sleep. I know I'm going to be hurting. I'm in the middle of moving. I got nothing done tonight. It was supposed to be a big night of productivity, and it wound up not being so. So I'm going to get like a very small amount and try and pop up and get some things done in the morning before the painters get here. It's a super big pain. But thanks so much for stopping by, Shelly, and thanks so much for all the support. I appreciate it. On the off chance that anybody does stick around, because I know sometimes there are more lurkers around than are indicated in the view numbers, I am going to queue up a raid. Let's see if that works at all. Good chance that it won't, but we'll try anyway. Nope. So that's not gonna be the hotness tonight. Alright, well, in any case, thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by and checking out the live stream. Shelly Smalls, especially, I appreciate you. If you happen to be watching the archive version of this on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Please feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can simply be notified whenever I post new content. The battle plan for this week is I'm off tomorrow night. I should be back on Friday or Saturday, but the painters are moving a lot slower than I thought they would. I want to tell them that when they come to paint this room, they have to get it done in one day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off. So there's the potential that I could wind up missing live streams this weekend because these guys can't get this room painted out in one day. So we're just going to have to see how that goes. My intention as of right now is to be on Friday and Saturday night. I'm trying to maintain the live streams through the move until the absolute last minute when I actually have to get out of the house finally. But it is catch as catch can every other day. So this was the second session of this tonight. I'll be off tomorrow night, but I'll probably hopefully be able to play some of this. So if I'm on Friday night in accordance, according to plan, then it should be the last session of this. Today is another new video game day. I haven't even checked to see what I want to pull down. But so Friday night should be another session of this, and then Saturday will probably be another new video game day premiere. So we'll just have to see how that goes. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, happy hunting. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Play the games that you like and stream the games that you love. Once again, my name has been Agasically Stamus, a.k.a. Game Logic on Twitch. And that's going to do it for me for tonight. Until next time, good night, good gaming, and good luck. That's going to do it for me. I'm out.